Good morning, South Florida. Welcome to another edition of UM's Frost Jazz Hour, right here on WDNA 88.9 FM, the home of serious jazz. My name is Chuck Bergeron. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into the program this morning. A very special welcome to our live studio audience. Good to have you guys here. A very special day today. You know that each week at this time we bring you a great variety of talent from the highly acclaimed Frost School of Music, incredible student groups, faculty, alumni, the dean. We also pride ourselves on being a school that is, as they call it, breaking down the silos of education. And what I mean by that, for a long time, there was the jazz department and there were the other departments. And some of us who've made a living in different kinds of music say, well, you know, those other departments are really good too. And in breaking down these silos and creating these through lines of education, we're combining students from both our jazz and our contemporary music departments. And I have to say, this is a grassroots effort because this was started by the students, not the faculty. And we have two of the bright, shining moments at the Frost School of Music. Well, actually, we have 5 of them here. But we're going to introduce you to 2 incredible ladies who were very instrumental in putting this group together. This morning's ensemble is called the Joni Mitchell Project. And when you think of great artists of the 20th and 21st century who actually their entire careers were breaking down those silos, is Joni Mitchell a pop singer? Is she a jazz musician? She recorded with Herbie Hancock. She wrote lyrics for Mingus. You know, she collaborated with so many people in so many different ways. She's just not to be pigeonholed or categorized. She's just a great musician. And we've got 5 great musicians today who are going to express their versions of these Joni Mitchell tunes and some others. We'll meet these wonderful musicians throughout the program. But let's get the show started with some music. This is Trouble Child by the Joni Mitchell Ensemble this morning on the Frost Jazz Hour.
Sterilized room where they let you be lazy, knowing your attitude's all wrong. You gotta change, and that's not easy. Dragons shining with all values known, dazzling you, keeping you from your own. When you're this weak in this space, so what are you gonna do about it? You can't live life, you can't leave it. And vice and religion, you can't take it, you can't seem to believe it. Afraid to parade, you're under the thumb of the maid, and you really can't give love in this condition. Still you know how you need it. They open and close you, and they act like they know you. They don't know you. They're friends and they're foes. Does it come as such a shock to know you really have no one? Only a river of changing faces, looking for an ocean. They trickle through your leaky plans, another dream over the dead, and you're lying in some
Yes, indeed. You're listening this morning to the Joni Mitchell Ensemble on the Frost Jazz Hour. And we'd like to welcome our lead vocalist, Miss Kelly Schenk, to the program. Good morning.
Good morning.
Sounds great. You are a sophomore jazz vocal major.
Yes.
All right, under the studio of Dr. Kate Reed.
Mm-hmm.
And tell us where you're from.
I'm from Portland, Oregon.
Okay. Get a little closer there. She's from Portland, Oregon. And it's great to have you here on the other side of the country. Tell us a little bit about putting this band together.
Well, I really wanted to play with Sara, but we're in different programs and different grades. So I joked, I was like, I wish I were a senior, I could start my own ensemble, but you don't have to be a senior. So we started Joni Mitchell Ensemble so that we can, well, also just because we love Joni Mitchell. We wanted to play her music. So
Sure. How long have you been listening to Joni's music?
Not actually extremely long. I first started listening to her senior in high school, and it kind of was just like an immediate deep dive into her stuff.
Okay.
So
That's so great. And who put the rest of the group together?
Sara and I, we just these are all our friends. So
Okay. Okay.
we just asked around.
All right. Well, they're great friends to have because they're incredible musicians, and we'll meet each of them throughout the program this morning. Is there any original writing for this, or is it all?
Yes, we have one tune of mine and then two non-Joni Mitchell covers.
Okay. All right. Slightly modeled after her style, or just inspired by?
Slightly.
Okay. Okay. Good. And if I remember correctly, you are a Student Downbeat Award winner from a couple of years back, which is a very prestigious honor. So your jazz chops are solidified there. Now expanding to other stuff. When are we playing your original song? Is that next, or
No, it's later in the set.
later in the? Okay. Well, what's next this morning?
We're playing In France, They Kiss on Main Street.
Oh, yeah. From Hissing of Summer Lawns. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is great. And we're listening this morning to the Joni Mitchell Ensemble. And how about a hand one more time for our lead vocalist, Ms. Kelly Schenk. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And while she gets back up to the bandstand, I want to remind everybody that our producer, as always, has put together an incredible lineup. Next week we're on spring break, but the show never stops. And Miami's own Manny Achazabal will be here next Thursday with his quartet. He's got a new record out, and it sounds great, and we want to support Manny in all that he does. And I'll tell you later in the program about some of the other stuff. We've got a lot of great groups coming up. In fact, Ms. Schenk will be back in about a month with a different project, so that'll be great as well. But let's focus on the Joni stuff this morning, please.
Downtown, my darling dime store thief. In the war of independence, rock and roll reigns sweet as victory. Under neon signs, a girl was in bloom, and a woman was fading in a suburban room. I said, take me to the dance. Do you want to dance? I love to dance. And I told him they don't take chances, they seem so removed from romance. And they've been broken in churches and schools and molded into middle-class circumstance. And we were rolling, rolling, rock and rolling. Downtown, the dance halls and cafes feel so wild you can break somebody's heart just doing the latest dance craze. Gail and Louise and those push-up receives speeches and songs from the hit parade. He'd be singing bye bye love while he's racking up his free play. Let those rock and roll choir boys come carry us away. Sometimes Chicky had the runner, had the cards, Redford Melvin, his aqua head. We'd all go looking for a party, looking to raise Jesus up from the dead. We'd be kissing in the backseat, thrilling like Brenda, like just the things he said. And we were rolling, rolling, rockin', rolling. Rolling, rolling, rockin', rolling. Rolling, rolling, rockin',
Man, that's so great. I haven't heard that tune in a while. It's so great. We have so much more to talk about and so much more to listen to, but before we do any of that, we have to take a brief pause for the cause. So give us a couple of minutes and we will be right back. We will introduce you to the heartbeat of this band and the rest of these fine musicians, and we'll have a lot more music coming up on the Frost Jazz Hour. And we're back this morning. We are having an incredible time with some students who have put together a Joni Mitchell project, and just a bunch of great musicians here this morning, and some great old music and some new music we're going to hear. But this morning, I want to introduce you to somebody very special. I mentioned earlier that we have a collaboration between some of our different programs, the jazz department, which mostly we feature on the Frost Jazz Hour. But there are some incredible students in our contemporary American music program who just have very open minds and very open hearts and souls to all kinds of music. And I heard this young lady playing a concert last April. At school, and I went up to her afterwards and introduced myself and said, would you please come collaborate with us a little bit? But I want to introduce everybody this morning to graduating senior and our bass player this morning, Miss Sara Keden.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, and really enjoyed this morning. So we already heard from Kelly about putting this group together, and you were helpful in picking the other musicians for it?
Kind of. I think Kelly was a little better about getting the group together, but I did show up. So
Good. All right.
yeah.
So tell us a little bit from the Frost School perspective about collaborating with jazz musicians and contemporary musicians.
So I think that the contemporary program and jazz program, it's together make something really special when we kind of go across these program lines, because the jazz players have such virtuosic ability and knowledge, and the contemporary kids tend to be like really, really creative. So when that kind of like smashes together, comes up with, it usually produces some pretty cool stuff.
That's great. I've also noticed sometimes that the contemporary students we have a much easier or natural connection with the audience than sometimes the jazz people do. So I think I think the jazz department can learn a lot from that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So and we know that you have a great connection with the audience. We've always seen that.
Thank you.
You have a big show coming up.
I do. It's my senior recital on March 30th. at
Saturday,
8
March
p.m.
30th. Everybody should really check this out.
in
It's on
Foster
campus.
206.
Yes, fabulous Foster 206. We'll do what we can to make that room look better that night. But your senior recital is going to be a very eclectic mix of everything from original music to Tower of Power and Led Zeppelin and lots of different people and lots of, I mean, your artistic palette is very broad.
Thank
And
you.
I mean that, and I'm excited to hear it and see it, and we're all looking forward to it. And that's Saturday, March 30th. Make it out if you can. How about a hand for Miss Sara Keden?
Thanks.
What's the next thing we're going to play this morning?
So the next thing we're going to do this morning is another cover, but it's actually not a Joni Mitchell tune. We're going to be doing a Phoebe Bridgers tune called Georgia, and Phoebe Bridgers is kind of like the next generation of like really great, part of the next generation of really great female songwriters. So
Okay.
excited to play her tune.
As are you and Kelly.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely. Okay. Thank you so
Cool.
much for stopping by.
Thanks.
And while she gets set up there, I wanted to remind you all, April is a big month at the Frost School of Music. NEA Jazz Master Maria Schneider will be in residence, and she'll be working with our concert jazz band and our studio jazz band and many other of our groups, and basically the whole department. She is one of the most in-demand and amazing writers and composers in, I don't want to say jazz, I just want to say in music today. Look her up, check her out, Maria Schneider. We're going to try to have her on the program when she's here, but those concerts will be on Thursday and Friday, April the 4th and the 5th in Gusman Concert Hall. We'll be talking about it a lot more throughout the next month, but put those on your calendar, along with March 30th in Foster 206.
Georgia, Georgia, I love your son. And when he gets older, he might be the one. He might be the one. Georgia, Georgia, he has beautiful bones. And he never lies or picks up his phone. And sometimes in the pouring rain, he'll fall in the mud and get back up again. And if you find me day plan, here's my new machine. He's a fine new addition, so young and so clean. So young and so clean. He came up through the water without a sound. With my back to the shoreline, I dreamt that he drowned. I dreamt that he drowned. And sometimes when he looks at me, I know that he needs you. You're all that he sees. And if I had breathed you, will it kill me? Will you have me? Or will you fall? If I fixed you, will you hate me? And would you take this and let us fall?
Beautiful. Mr. Masla, could you come over here for a second, please? I want to introduce you all to our drummer, who I think has been here on the program before, but I don't think we've ever done any interviewing and talking because he probably just doesn't have time. He has very quickly become the most in-demand drummer at the Frost School of Music, so I wanted everybody to meet Mr. Brahm Masla. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
I'm from Massachusetts, Western Massachusetts.
Okay, well, we're glad to have you here. You are a
Junior.
junior. Yeah, junior, okay. I'm going to just embarrass you a tiny little bit. Brahm was on a recital last night. We had a very, very special senior recital last night. Some of the most amazing students, and it was all led by Mackenzie Carbon, who has been here many times as a performer and a co-host and everything else. She's a woman of many, many talents. But you were the drummer last night, and the artistry that you brought to that, and playing the room as well as you did, very hard room to play on the drums. But what you did last night was really incredibly musical. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You know, and to see you in that context, and then to see you in this context, and all the other things. You said earlier, I think you're playing in 4 different ensembles. Tell, what kind of music are those?
So I'm playing in this ensemble, and then I'm playing in the salsa orchestra, led by Daphnis Prieto.
All right.
And then I'm playing in another DIY ensemble that's electronic, free improvised music-esque
Okay.
thing with Tim.
Okay.
And then what
This
else?
is Justin Trout's group.
It is,
With,
yes.
Okay, great.
And we're playing at Forum on this Friday.
Okay.
Which should be fun. And then I'm playing in something else. I'm blanking on it.
Well, we've got the salsa group, we've got
the
this
Extensions.
group, and the Extensions Jazz Vocal Group. I mean,
Yes.
that's 4 really different hats that you're wearing. You don't just like go into all of those and just play the drums. That's incredible. That really stretches your artistry.
Yeah, it's great to be put in all those different contexts.
Yeah, and apparently you're doing incredibly well, Adam. I wasn't saying that just to be joking. At the start of this school year, everybody I was talking to when we put the ensembles together, blah, 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 Brahm, blah, 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 Brahm. Everybody wanted you in the groups. I mean, you play great, but you also play the music, and you're sensitive to the other artists, and congratulations, man.
Thank you.
It's blowing up.
Just trying to play the music.
That's great. You're doing a great job, and we'll hear you again in a month when the salsa band is here. That'll be fun.
Yes.
Our loudest show of the year, traditionally, but a lot of fun. We have a good time. And you're on that?
Oh, no, he's playing in my
Oh, sooner.
Okay, playing in that as well. All right, man. Okay, you're going to classes? Do you have time for classes, or we? Oh, okay. All right, moving on to our next subject. Seriously though, it's great to meet you. It's great to have you here, and thanks for all that you're doing at the Frost School, man.
Absolutely.
Brahm
Thanks for
Masla, everybody. Yeah.
We're gonna do "Help Me" next.
Help me, I think I'm falling in love again. When I get that crazy feeling, I know I'm in trouble again. I'm in trouble, 'cause you're a rambler and a gambler and a sweet-talking ladies' man. And you love your loving, but not like you love your Help me, I think I'm falling in love too fast. He's got me hoping for the future and worrying about the past. 'Cause I've seen some hot, hot places come down to smoke and ash. We love our loving, but not like we love our freedom. Oh, didn't it feel good? We were sitting there talking, lying there not talking. Didn't feel good. Dance with a lady with a hole in a stocking. Didn't it feel good? 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 Help me, I think I'm falling in love with you. Are you gonna let me go there by myself? That's such a lonely thing to do. Both of us flirting around, flirting and flirting, hurting too. We love our loving, but not like we love our freedom.
you.
Wow, that was great. I think we need to meet this guitar contingent. Gentlemen, could you come on over for a quick second? How about a hand one more time? Did you hear that guitar solo? Mr. Diego Melgar. I know, lots of wires and cables, sorry. Now, we have two guitarists here, one playing the electric, one playing the acoustic. Our other guitarist is Mr. Tim Watson, who we have heard several times here with the electric guitar playing with the Stamps Jazz Quintet. So welcome back, Tim.
Thank you.
But it's great to see and hear you in a completely different context, a different voice.
Yeah, it's great to play in a different context.
Okay,
Yeah.
and one more time, how about a hand for Diego Melgar? These two guys. Yeah. So you told me you'd be funny.
Oh, did I say that?
You said that.
Oh, I'm a liar. I'm sorry.
Oh, take it away. I'm looking forward to this. You guys said you had a story.
Well, actually, yeah. Well, so we are actually roommates, and we actually live with someone who was on Mackenzie's recital yesterday, Jordan Ratner, and another Frost alum who's in the AP Live program, who was a undergrad in jazz guitar, John Small. So we've got a little household of 4 guitar players, all under John Hart's umbrella. We've got one of his rugs in our living room. It's it starts getting creepy after a little while. But,
That's cool. That's cool. But I mean, it's a good exchange of ideas between the four.
There's no competition, and we all really love each other. It's all like brothers, so it's just listening to records together, sharing ideas, concepts. Like more than talking about guitar, we really just talk about music a lot. And it's nice to, like wake up in the morning and you hear someone practicing or you hear someone like checking something out. It's just inspiring. Like, oh man, let me go join them. They're right outside my bedroom door. I don't
That's
even
great.
have to
I mean, with those 4 guitars, that's 4 serious musicians, man.
We actually played a piece written for 4 guitars at the International Noise Conference at Churchill's.
Oh, yeah, with our Miami local Arturo Garcia and his wife. It was very fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He asked Diego, do you know 3 other guitar players who would like to play this piece? And he's like, man, I live with 3 other guitar players. We had a rehearsal in our house. It's amazing.
Well, we got to bring that here to the radio show.
Oh, yeah, I'll hit Arturo. He would
Let's
love
do
that.
it. Let's
we'll
do
talk to the
it.
producer and get that book. That would be great.
Let's do
All
it.
right. So what's next for you?
For me?
Not today, but I mean, just,
In life?
Mhm.
Oh, man, I'm out of school now. I'm just, playing around town. I play in a lot of churches, playing gospel music, play a lot of jazz. I've got my own hip-hop band, Butterfly Snapple, that right now is doing, fairly well. So a lot of limbs in different places.
Are there websites we can go to
Yes.
find out about you?
Butterflysnapple.com, actually. We managed to snatch it up right on time.
Okay, all right, well, we'll look for that around town and more. And Tim is just a sophomore, so we'll be having him on the show many, many more times, hopefully all of you. Gentlemen, thank you guys for coming
Thank you so
in.
much for
and
having
thanks
us.
for what you're doing with this group. How about a hand one more time? That's Diego and Tim. Is that yours? Okay. All right. Well, while we get everything plugged back in, let me just remind everybody, Mania Chazabal Quartet next week. And the lineup for the rest of the semester is just tremendous. The Odd Times Ensemble, conducted by Errol Rakopoff. And then March 28th, the Extensions. The Extensions Jazz Vocal Group will be here. That'll be a lot of fun. Speaking of John Hart, he's bringing in his Miles Davis Octet the week after that. April the 11th, Kelly Schenk will be back with a different group, so we look forward to that. And then April 18th, the Frost Latin Jazz Orchestra. April 25th, the perennial Downbeat Award-winning Funk Fusion Ensemble under the direction of Steve Rucker will be here for their annual show. And then as we close the semester out, Alexandra Brandenburg will be here with a quartet as we struggle through final exams and juries. But we'll be happy to have her. She's a wonderful vocalist and songwriter as well. But speaking of wonderful vocalists and songwriters, we have them here in the house today. So let's get back to some more music this morning by the Joni Mitchell Ensemble.
traveling, traveling, looking for something. What can it be? Oh, I hate you some, I hate you some, I love you some. Oh, I love you when I forget about me. I wanna be strong, I wanna laugh long, I wanna belong to the living, alive, alive. I wanna get up and drive, wanna wreck my stockings in some jukebox dive. Do you want wanna dance with me, baby? Do you wanna take a chance on maybe finding some sweet romance with me, baby? Well, come on. All I really, really want our love to do is to bring out the best in me and in you too. All I really, really want our love to do is to bring out the best in me and you. I wanna talk to you, I wanna shampoo you, wanna renew you again and again. Applause, applause, life is a cause. When I think of your kisses, my mind seesaws. Do you see, do you see, do you see how you hurt me, baby? And I hurt you too, and we both get so blue. I am on a lonely road and I am traveling, looking for the key to set me free. The jealousy, the greed is the unraveling. It's the unraveling, and it undoes all the joy that could be. I wanna have fun, wanna shine like the sun, I wanna be the one that you wanna see. I wanna knit you a sweater, wanna write you a love letter, wanna make you feel better, wanna make you feel free. Wanna make you feel free. I wanna make you feel free. This next tune we're gonna do is a tune of mine called Down the Line. It's a shame that you met me when you did. Tired and reaching for a warm body. Every aspect of the love that you give, I can't return, and you don't deserve that. Something in the way you first touched my hand told me all I need to know. How can I get you to understand that I'm not prepared to fully love you? deserve to tell how you felt when the time was right. But now that I'm involved with somebody else, we're not okay saying goodbye yet. Please don't think you don't matter to me. Down the line, pray you'll find me. I know I can make you hurt any less, but if it helps it all to seem better, I don't gain a thing from this whole mess. And I wish the time would just start over. Thank you. Okay, the next song we're gonna do is a cover that's not, it's another contemporary one, not by Joni Mitchell. It's by a group called Soccer Mommy, and it's a song called Still Clean. In the summer, you said you loved me like an animal. Stayed beside me just enough to keep your belly full. Then you took me down to the water, got your mouth all clean. Left me drowning once you picked me out your bloody teeth. Spent the autumn in the forest running for a wolf. Tried to find you, stopped my searching when the nights grew cold. The spring was coming, I saw you running down to the creek. A ring finger fell to the water from your bloody teeth. Guess I'm only what you wanted for a little while. Only what you wanted for a little while. Only what you wanted for a little while. Yeah, only what you wanted for a little while. Was shuddered in between my sheets. Checked the window just to see if you come back to me. The spring was coming, I saw you running down to the creek. A ring finger fell to the water from your bloody teeth. I guess I'm only what you wanted for a little while. Only what you wanted for a little while. Only what you wanted for a little while.
We're going to do one more tune. This is Black Crow. Crow flying, black and ragged, tree to tree. It's black as the highway that's leading me. Now he's diving down to pick up on something shiny. I feel like that black crow flying in a blue sky. Took a ferry to the highway, then I drove to a pontoon plane. I took a plane to a taxi, and a taxi to a train. I've been traveling so long, how am I ever gonna know my home when I see it? I'm like a black crow. My whole life has been illumination, corruption, and diving, 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 diving down to pick up on every shiny thing, just like that black crow. At my haggard face in the bathroom light, I looked out the window and I saw that ragged soul take flight. I saw a black crow flying in a blue, blue sky. In a blue sky, in a blue sky, in a blue, blue, blue sky. Thank you.
How about a hand one more time? Miss Kelly Schenk, Brahm Masla, Sara Keden,